The ocean is deep, it's absolute darkness. Particles drift like slow falling snow. The pressure crushes everything except for a creature that was built to survive it. And this creature, colder, older, and stranger than anything on land. And sailors once believed a monster waited beneath their ships. A creature with tentacles long enough to wrap around a mast. A body so large it could be mistaken for an island. A presence so powerful it could drag an entire vessel into the abyss. They called it the Kraken. A name that still echoes today, not because we expect to find a monster, but because the ocean remains the last place where a myth can hide.
Assembly for symbolic parts of the design. Diodes, resistors, transformers, and all are automatically positioned by the pin, connecting them as it goes along.
The ocean is the most unexplored environment on Earth. They say we've mapped the surface of Mars more thoroughly than the entire sea floor. Down there, the light disappears, sound bends, and life evolves into shapes that feel almost prehistoric. The Kraken isn't just a monster story. It's a reflection on how humans interpret the unknown. It's a creature shaped by fear, curiosity, and the scale of the sea itself. Now, this documentary isn't about proving or disproving the Kraken. It's about understanding why this myth survived, how it evolved, and what it reveals about our relationship with the deep sea. Now, the Kraken's earliest roots appeared in Norse sagas from the 12th to 13th centuries. These stories described a creature so large that sailors mistook its body for a land. Now, when it moved, the sea churned. When it surfaced, whirlpools formed around it. Scandinavian fishermen told stories of tentacles that rose from the water, pulling down boats without warning. These weren't fantasy tales, they were warnings, passed down between people whose lives depended on reading the sea. Early cartographers marked dangerous waters with drawings of kraken-like beasts. They were blending real hazards with mythic imagery. And beneath all of this was something biological. Giant squids, colossal squids, and deep-sea cephalopods that science wouldn't fully document for centuries later. The Kraken wasn't born from imagination alone. It was shaped by encounters with real creatures, glimpsed, misunderstood, and magnified by fear. Across centuries, the Kraken's defining traits remain pretty consistent. Enormous tentacles, long enough to wrap around a ship. A massive, unseen body, often described as island-sized. Whirlpools forming as it moves beneath the surface. A deep-sea habitat emerging only to feed. A cephalopod-like appearance, long before science confirmed giant squids. Immense strength, capable of crushing wood and dragging vessels down. These traits form the Kraken's silhouette, a creature shaped by the ocean's scale, the pressure, and the vast darkness of the sea. It's less a monster and more a symbol of the depth itself. The legend of the Kraken has endured because it speaks to something ancient in us. It's the fear of the unknown. Early sailors faced storms, rogue waves, and creatures they couldn't even begin to identify. The Kraken became a way to explain the ocean's violence. Then deep-sea gigantism. Animals in the abyss grow to enormous sizes, a scientific reality that makes the myth feel almost plausible. And human scale versus ocean scale. The Kraken represents the overwhelming power of nature, a reminder that the sea doesn't care about human plans. And with the Kraken, it's the overall scientific mystery. Even today, giant squids are rarely seen alive. the ocean still hides creatures we barely understand. The Kraken resonates because it embodies the ocean's refusal to be fully known. The story of the Kraken didn't stay still. It evolved with each era. In the medieval era, it was a monstrous sea creature feared by sailors and immortalized in sagas. Then in the 1700s to the 1800s, naturalists began documenting giant squid carcasses, and the Kraken shifts from myth to scientific curiosity. Then in the 1900s, literature and film reinterpreted it as a mythic beast, from 2000 Leagues Under the Sea to pulp adventure stories. Late in the 20th century, marine biologists confirms giant squid and colossal squid, blurring the line between myth and reality. 2000s to present, it's almost an internet meme revived through Release the Kraken as a cultural shorthand for chaos.
Release the Kraken.
Release the Kraken!
It's time to release
the Kraken.
Cryptid communities treat it as a deep-sea unknown, and digital folklore treats it as a monster and a metaphor. There's deep-sea footage of giant squids that give the legend new life. The Kraken adapts to almost every platform. It's always changing and never disappearing. The Kraken thrives online because it represents scale, mystery, and the thrill of the unknown. A creature that feels both impossible and strangely believable. In a world where everything feels documented, measured, and explained, the Kraken survives because the ocean is still the closest thing we have to another world. It's a place where myths can hide in the dark and where reality is often stranger than fiction. Now, whether it's a misunderstood squid, it's a symbol of the sea's power, or a story shaped by centuries of fear and fascination, the Kraken endures because it reminds us that mystery still exists. The ocean remembers, and sometimes the internet does too. Thank you guys for drifting into the deep with me today. If you'd like to follow more grounded explorations like this, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps these calm documentaries reach the people who appreciate them. I'll see you guys in the next story.